Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Today we are going to do my update for, excuse me, E.Y.E.S Project Pan. Sorry, my throat's a little bit dry today. This was created by Deb from Deb B here on YouTube. Please go and check Deb out. She's fantastic, wonderful, so beautiful, so kind. I just love her to pieces. So this runs from January the 4th of 2023 to December 31st of 2023. So basically a whole year. Updates go up on the 4th of each month, and you're basically supposed to select whatever eyeshadows you want to select each month. Use them how you want to use them. You can do pan that palette, you can do no pan left behind, you can do usage, whatever you want. Use whatever you want whenever you want. Super simple. Create your own goals. So let's go ahead and talk about what I had in last month. I was sick I'm still like not feeling 100%, but I do have a few palettes that I used, and I used them multiple times. Now, saying that, I was sick for like 2 weeks and didn't wear makeup for like 2 weeks. So not only did I not get as much usage as I wanted on these, I also didn't use my Pan That palette at all for the month. So these ones are the only palettes I got used. So let's talk about them. For the month of June, I had in my Glamlight Paint Pro palette. This is the large one, the first one that came out. It's quite big. The packaging is not exactly the sturdiest, but I do kind of like the way the palette is set. Glamlight is known for having very like kitschy kind of packaging and stuff like that. So it's not really structured and, you know, like luxury looking. It's more so like youthful and fun. Now, this is a really beautiful palette. I did use this quite a few times, and I wish I got to use it a little bit more, but again, wasn't feeling well. But it is gorgeous. Really beautiful shades in here. I also used the Paint Pro 2. Oh my gosh, I'm going to drop everything. Yikes. The Paint Pro 2, which you can see the first one has like a little bit of darker shades. There's like a black and a brown on the bottom, some more like neutral and like primary and secondary colors. This one has more like blending colors. It's really beautiful. I really like this. I like the size. I like that it's a little bit smaller and everything's a little more put together. I kind of wish they re-released the first one with the same size as this one. But beautiful colors in here, and I used both of these together multiple times. These were nice. I really liked these. Beautiful pigmentation. They lasted throughout the day. Really nice. So the next one I have here is a singles palette of little eyeshadows. From the top row is all Terra Moons, and the bottom 2 rows are all Shine by SD. Again, I use this and I think these are beautiful, but I didn't use them as much as I would like. And also this is now in a project, so I do have to put this one back in the drawer, which I'm going to do right now. So I will get my uses on that and then probably roll it out. I might even keep it in for the entire month. I'm not sure. But that one is stunning. Like stunning eyeshadows, beautiful payoff, gorgeous shimmers, everything. The next one is my MAC Singles. This is a double-sided palette. So all of it's filled except for one eyeshadow down here. And these are so amazing. Like so amazing. Now these eyeshadows I used, of course, as my base, like sort of in the outer corner, in the crease, all that kind of stuff. And then I went to the other side and I used the Dazzle shadows over here on my lid to give that like punchy color and shine on the lid. I didn't get to use this as much as I wanted. I'm going to say that completely. I wish I got to use this more. It's unfortunate because these are fantastic eyeshadows. They're just beautiful. The next one I used is the Give Me Glow Singles eyeshadow palette. This one is supposed to be, what is it called now? It's from Beauty Bay Book of Magic. I had some brown shadows in here too, but I took them out to put in another one. This one will be going back in my collection, but I really like these colors together, so I think I'm going to keep them like this for now. But that one will go back into my collection. And this is the singles with all the neutrals and like pops of color and stuff like that. And this one is amazing. I will probably keep this in for another month. Not sure if I'm going to even bother talking about it, but I will probably keep it in because it is so good. So I'm just going to put that over here. And then we have the Morphe 3503 Fierce by Nature eyeshadow palette. And this one was okay. I don't hate it. I think it has a beautiful range of color. I really like that there are really light shades that I can sort of blend out in my upper crease and under my brow and set under my brow. But there's also nice, really deep shades that I can do outer corner colors. And then there's also like really beautiful pops of color and also a lot of like neutral brown kind of colors. So this does give you an array of, just if that was taken out of here would be perfect. But this is really, really a nice palette. It's just not like the quality of like, say, for example, the MAC ones. This does not compete at all. The shade range and stuff is great, but the actual like feel of the shadows, the long wearing, kind of that kind of thing does not compete. Then we have the Glamlight Ice Cream Dream palette. I wish I got to wear this one a little bit more. This one is one of my very favorite palettes in my collection. It's so gorgeous. I love the color story. This is so fun for summer, and I kind of wish I got to use it way more than I did, honestly. I really like this a lot. It is literally like right up there with quality, with everything. And then last but not least for the month, we have the Blend Bunny Surge. This kind of came in throughout the month. I wanted to pull this one to use because first of all, I needed some colors in here. And second of all, look at the shade range. How stunning. I do actually have some shades in here on my eyes today. I'm using this shade right here in my crease, blended out. And then this shade right here in my outer corner. I'm loving those shades so much. Really pretty. And then I have this shade right here, blend it out in the top part because I have a lot of like room in here and I need to blend that out. But this is absolutely stunning and I'm really glad that I pulled that one out. So these are all of the eyeshadow palettes that I have pulled out for the month of June. My peak and my pit, let's talk about that. I would say based on the products that I have in front of me, this is going to be my pit. Even though it was still a reasonable eyeshadow, like an eyeshadow palette, it just does not perform the way the other eyeshadows perform. Don't get me wrong though, it's still really good. Like it's a really good palette. The shade range is up there. The pigmentation is up there. The blendability is not like the MAC ones. MAC is like bar none for blendability. And Glamlight is way up there for pigmentation. This is just below those. So this one will be my pit, but again, I'm happy with all the palettes that I use this month. They're either good or amazing. Like in between that range, there's really no like duds this month, which is pretty great. I would say my peak would probably be, I have like 3, so I'm going to say for sure my MAC. My MAC one is 100% my peak. Like absolutely love these shades, especially the matte ones. You cannot compete with a MAC matte shade. I don't care who you are or what you say. MAC is by far amazing. Also Blend Bunny Surge, so great. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, wearing it today, and you can really see the differences in the shades. It's not like they blend well together, but it's not like it's patchy or anything like that. Really, really beautiful. And you get like a whole row of neons, shimmers, outer corner deepening shades, mid-tone shades for blending, and then you get like to set up in your crease. Amazing. I love this so much. And of course, Glamlight. My Glamlight Ice Cream Dream is 100% one of my favorites in my entire collection. I love it so much. All right, so now that we have that talked about, let's talk about what I'm going to be pulling in for next month. So again, I will be pulling in the singles. This one I probably won't talk about again, but this is amazing. I love this. This should be a peak as well, but I can't have like so many peaks. You know what I mean? I should have had 1. I had 3. Technically 4. But I will be bringing this in for the next month. And then for other eyeshadow palettes that I'm bringing in, most of these are either brand spanking new or just ones that I haven't touched in a while. So the first one I'm bringing in is my MAC Warm Neutrals eyeshadow palette. After using the other MAC eyeshadows, I wanted to try using this one. It looks kind of bland when you see it on the screen, but in person, well, it kind of looks a little bland here too, but it'll actually give me an idea of if this is something I want to keep in my collection, just solely based on the fact that I do have a lot of these in singles, but also it's getting older and maybe I need to just part with my older shadows and then buy like a small selection of new ones. And I'm thinking of doing a palette this size from MAC and just getting a small selection of them and just using those, because they take so long to use up a MAC single shadow that I feel like this would be enough for me to have a good range without having every single one, because I was literally at the point where I was having every single one. All right, the next one I'm bringing in is also MAC, and it is the what is it called now? Art Library Flamboyant eyeshadow palette. And I do have a lot of these in singles as well. So again, might be good for me to just have this and then like a few singles. I don't know. We'll see what I plan on doing, but this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. And I feel like it adds a lot more variety than this one, which is very flat looking. Even though it says warm, I see more like a neutral in this than I do. This is warm, this is neutral. So this one I'm bringing in because there is quite a bit more depth here and a lot more like brow bone blending shades, a little bit of warmth for the crease and stuff with, I think this is Rule. This is one of my favorite blending shades for the crease. It really pops the blue in my eye. So yeah, really excited to bring those in. And then we have the Hella palette from Odin's Eye and a collab with Angelica Nyquist. And this was gifted to me from my bestie Andrea. Love her to pieces. I actually prefer this look of the palette to the colorful look of the palette. I think it's so nice though. I'm really excited to try this. And this is what the palette looks like. I've never used it yet. It's still brand new. So I'm looking forward to actually getting some use on that. And I hope the month of July is good to me health-wise, that I can just touch all these things. Next, we have ColourPop Gone Matte. This one I want to bring in because I'm finding that the ColourPop eyeshadows are just not performing. They're not as good quality as my other eyeshadow palettes. And if I have MAC singles and stuff like that that are all matte shades and stuff, why would I need a whole other palette like this? It's so beautiful, but like, why would I need these if they don't perform? So I'm not saying I'm getting rid of it right now. I'm saying I want to try it to see what I think. But what I love about this palette is it offers all neutral shades from really, really light to really, really dark. And that is what I look for in a palette. I always look for those blending shades, those brow bone shades, those crease shades, and then anything else is just a plus for fun, for like shimmer on the lid and things like that. But I feel like this would be such a good companion palette. And I will be honest, the reason I'm considering using this one is because I am currently using the Tartelette palette from Tarte. And this is pretty much the perfect size. I'm sorry for the glare, but it's the perfect size neutral eyeshadow palette. There's a row of purples and a row of neutrals and a row of a little bit warmer colors. Now, these ones do not stay on the eye. When I put even the deeper shadows or the crease shades, it disappears on my eye. And I'm actually considering decluttering this right away, but I need to find some neutral shades in my palette or in my collection that offer me that pigmentation, that staying power, all that stuff. So eventually Tartelette will go, and I'm trying to see what I have in my collection that is worth keeping. So this one will be the first up on the chopping block. And I'll see how I feel about it and how it performs, and how it performs with other palettes. The next one we have is the ColourPop Matte About Hue, and I wasn't going to bring this one in, but again, it's in the packaging, it's new still. I have had this for probably a year now and I haven't really used it. And again, it goes from light to dark, upside down, dark to light, light to dark, whatever. It does offer a good range, and I do have the other palette that has shimmers and textures and glitters and all that other stuff in it that has the same kind of shade range, but I wanted something that was neutral and also matte. So I am going to bring this in to test it out as well, and hopefully I get at least some use on it to see what I think, and then I can put these packages away because this one's brand new. This one's brand new. Hella's brand new. And then the next ones that I'm going to talk about, they're all new as well. So this one is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Lure eyeshadow palette. This one I got for Mother's Day from my husband and my son. And I can't wait to use this one. Blend Bunny has such good eyeshadow formula that I cannot wait to try this. And it comes with, again, it goes from like a brow bone shade to a crease shade to an outer corner shade, and then you have a shimmer shade for the lid, and you can mix and match all of these, or you can go monochromatic. I love the fact that this is like this, and that it includes at least one neutral row, which makes me so happy. So I am going to test that one out. And then we have the Give Me Glow Summer Vibes, which I bought, I believe, last year or the year before. I'm not even sure. And again, it's in the original packaging. So I'm going to try this one out and see what I think. I do love the Give Me Glow formula. And I do have some of these in singles as well. So we'll see what I think about these. But I am looking forward to testing these on the eye. And then I have 2 more left. I am bringing in quite a few, but again, I'm hoping that July is good to me. I have the Flower Moon eyeshadow palette from Ensley Rain. This is brand new to me. I haven't even done my, what do you call that, buys and buys or beauty rehab. I haven't even done that this month yet. So you will see this in that video as well, because it hasn't even been included into my inventory yet, but I do want to use it. And I have used it a couple times already, and I adore it. It's absolutely stunning. Really beautiful formula. The mattes, again, good staying power, very impactful. They blend well together, and the shimmers are gorgeous. So I'm really looking forward to getting used on that one. This was also a Mother's Day present. And this one here is the Adept Cosmetics Seahorse palette. I'm bringing this in for the month as well. Again, I apologize for the glare, but it looks like this. It's stunning. I have it on my lids today. I'm actually using the shade right here in the center on my lid, and it is so beautiful and so impactful, and I adore the shade. It's exactly something that I would really enjoy wearing, and I'm really happy that I own it, and it goes really well with these other shades from Blend Bunny. All right, so that's everything that I'm bringing in. I don't even know how I'm going to pick a peak, because there's so many beautiful eyeshadow palettes that I'm bringing in this month. I am very lucky. When I'm looking at my palette selection, I'm a very lucky girl, and I really don't take this all with a grain of salt. I'm very proud of my collection. I'm happy with my collection, and I want to get use of the things that I really enjoy. So doing this project is helping me decide, like, what do I want to keep and what needs to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. I want to know in the comments which eyeshadow palette you're most looking forward to hearing about end of next month, or I guess into August. Oh my gosh, we're going into August after this month. So let me know in the comments which eyeshadow palette you want to hear about most, and which one you think is going to be my peak and my pit. Don't forget to check out Deb and everyone else who is doing this project, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!